because I think every small win should be rewarded.
For sure. So I think
that's slick. That's slick.
I agree, and people enjoy rewards and stuff like that. So I think y'all can even gamify it.
Man, okay, I did this. I got this many points. I passed this level. Now I'm at this level right here.
I mean, from network marketing. What's the quote they say in network marketing? People do more for recognition
than anything else.
Yeah.
Titles.
What was the thing? It's a quote it's gonna come to me later. But people die for recognition and something else, right? But it's essentially the gist of it is people do more for recognition than actual money. Let's get it. So Myla and T.Anthony. So what do y'all do? Tell me like what y'all do business.
For business, we started a company called Sayoko Leaf and Vine. It's a brick and mortar tea and wine lounge in Dayton, Ohio. We also have an online store, and we started what is called the Bulletproof Entrepreneur platform.
Okay.
So that's what we partner and do together. Now, myself, I also have my own company, which is T.Anthony Consulting and Marketing.
Okay. And you work with any specific type of businesses or just in general?
I work with from small business, single member LLCs and corporations.
Okay, nice. And you want to add anything?
So basically, we take anybody's hobby and turn it into a business from zero all the way until they're getting some type of money being made. So we don't just help you with your articles of organization and then leave you. So we help you every step of the way.
To getting started all the way to getting the bag.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I love it. So where so kind of walk us through like how, like real quick, big picture, like how did y'all get to this point in business? I know when we chatted before we got started, so y'all done had quite a journey. So kind of bring us up to speed, like what's been that process like to get us to having this conversation?
Well, I came from the network marketing industry. I did music first, and then I came.
You rap?
I used to write, rap, produce, sing, all that stuff. Got an internship at Def Jam, and it just turned into me doing it. But, I end up saying, maybe I don't want to do music. Maybe I'm not ready to do what they're willing to do the music. Mm-hmm. Maybe I don't want everybody getting too much money off of me. So I said, let's find something else. I was in the gym working out one day, and a guy told me about a network marketing company. And went to a party, seen all these people with these cars lined up. And I said, well, these ain't no rappers and singers and drug dealers. I mean, what's happening? Mm-hmm. And then I heard somebody give a story, and I fell in love with this guy's story, and I ended up doing network marketing and moving forward. 10 years in the game, I ended up being one of the number one people in the industry, top income earner in my company, and led by an amazing mentor who taught me everything I know, which is Dame Dr. Nicola Smith-Jackson. Mm-hmm. And she always said, you're going to be something big, And I knew that network marketing was a stepping stone for me. And once I started doing that kind of stuff, I used to reach out to Myla and say, hey, I'm doing this, you should do this. And she became interested, joined me in one of the companies that I was in. And, she ended up going off starting her own stuff, a healthcare business. I didn't keep her with me because I knew she was growing too, mm-hmm. right? Excuse me. And she started her own healthcare business, and she was like, I'm doing well. She made, millions of dollars over there. And then, once the pandemic hit, a lot of businesses started to go down mm-hmm. because we didn't have the right stuff in place, me, even with, just taxes alone, I understanding accounting and stuff like that, not having that person, on my team to help me navigate that, those are some of the mistakes I made. So we would talk late at night. We would say, hey, she's always say, hey, as long as we get through the next day, 2 years in the house, mm-hmm. 2 years in the house. And what do? I'm in a house with a dog, right? And she ended up moving to Houston. And she's just in the house with her and her kids, but we on the phone every day, every mm-hmm. night. And I said, you know what? Maybe we need to go back and rethink what we really want to do. Mm-hmm. And I didn't talk to her for about 6 months after that. And I seen her one time, and she was at a flea market making some tea. And she said, yeah, I'm doing this tea stuff. I said, and I used to be in a network marketing company where they sold tea. So I said, hey, are you doing that? Because why would you do that and not tell me that you mm-hmm. went to, because I would have told you no. And she said, no, I'm actually doing my own thing. And I said, what is it? She wouldn't tell me. It was like top secret. Mm-hmm. And I said, what is it? And she said, okay, listen, I'm doing this tea thing. I'm trying to learn it. This bubble tea stuff is in a different culture with Asians, but I'm trying to bring it over to our community. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, okay, well, let me know how that works out for you. And she kept doing it. Then she called me back. She said, hey, I think I got some funding. to actually do a shop. And now my wheels are turning. I said, well, what you need me to do? And she said, I want you to bring your expertise over. I want you to bring, your team building. I want you to bring your consultant. I want you to bring everything you know about business, your leadership. And I said, all right, I'm going to come up to Ohio. Came up to Ohio, seen what she was doing, and I said, I love it.
I took him on a tour.
She took me on a tour around the city, and we was going to all these different tea shops. I said, I love it, but we got to figure out how we can make us love it. When I say us, I mean my community.
Right.
How we can make Black Americans, enjoy another culture's thing, but do it our way.
Right.
And that's when she came up with the Sayoko Leaf and Vine. It's a tea and wine lounge. And it's a brick and mortar. We never done a brick and mortar. We online and belly to belly people.
Right.
And I said, okay, let's do it. What I noticed about the brick and mortar is the same thing as the network marketing industry. Nothing changes. It's just about what strategies do you have in place to build the business? What does the financing look like? And you guys already built good credit, so it's not like you in a bad situation to where you can't go get the money if you need it. And she did it. We went and got, financed with the company, got started, the construction started, and I said, dang, how did I get myself into doing this? I said, we got to figure out something else. I went into my network marketing mind. Let's do an online store and start selling herbal teas online. So if the business ever fails or lapses in months to where it's not doing as well as it could be, we got the online store that's going to support it.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. You're probably like, whoa, Marquel, slow down. If you're enjoying the show so far, you may be wondering, how do you actually become a guest? Now, this isn't a platform where anybody can just get on. You gotta be in a specific area of your business where we can really do a solid deep dive. If you wanna be a guest on an upcoming episode, all you gotta do is go to strategicscaleguest.com. strategicscaleguest.com. There is an application process, so go over there, answer a couple simple questions, watch the quick video that I have there, answer a couple simple questions, and if you meet the criteria, our team will reach out to you and we'll get it scheduled and we can figure out if you're going to come to our office where we do a deep dive or we come to your office. So go ahead, strategicscaleguest.com. Let's get back into the show. So let me ask you this. So for this session / episode, I know you got a couple different businesses. Which in terms of game plan, which one do we want to focus on?
I would say let's focus on the Bulletproof Entrepreneur, the platform.
Okay, perfect. So, where is that business, and then where are you looking to grow it to over the next 12 months or so?
So that business is in startup mode.
Okay.
So basically, we laid the platform. We got all the paperwork in place. We got the courses set.
Okay.
And we got the actual, school and stuff set up, so that we can be able to teach those courses and give people what they want. And we already created the first ebook,
okay,
volume 1 out of volume 4. So we got that part, started. Now, we want to grow it because now we need to delegate other people. We need to bring some people on board. We need to take some of that stuff off of us so we can focus on the bigger picture.
Got it. So if you was to say, all right, Marquel, if we walk away with this would be a win for us.
If we can walk away with a game plan and the systems put in place to where it can literally operate without us operating it, that's what we want to, start moving in that direction.
Cool.
Yeah, my concern is delegating and systems in place, because one of the things that was happening to one of the first business I was in, I got sued. So I got sued. I got hit with a Department of Labor tax where I had to pay them.
Business?
No, in the home care.
Well, the home care business. Okay.
Yeah. So, but it was because I never had a business before. I had an idea, and it came from my grandfather. Like my grandfather just got sick, and I decided I was going to have a nursing home, basically. But I was feeling my way through. So, like I said, I got hit with a not paying for what is it called when people work overtime? I didn't know how to pay them, so I ended up having to go back, and that could have put me out of business. But I got on a payment plan. Then later on, workers' comp came after me. So these are the things that people don't talk about. Like when they get into business, there's other little things, like you do start a LLC and a bank account, but you don't know nothing about payroll or all this other, unemployment, and when you hiring people and the 1099 forms, like, are you self-employed? You don't know anything about stuff. You're just feeling your way through. So, just helping people order those steps. I even got sued by a person that put money into the business and not understanding how to write out agreements, and when people are, trying to get paid. how to write those agreements out. So my thing in this business is when we hiring on people, like you said, a team and everything, is making sure that we are protected and the people that we're helping, you know, they know the information and the people that's going to be in and help us to delegate.
Who is it? So y'all already bringing on clients for this business yet or not yet?
No, we've been bringing in clients. We got existing clients.
Okay.
Not necessarily for the Bulletproof, because the Bulletproof is a new platform, but we're going to transition a lot of those clients over into the platform.
How much is the platform?
Well, right now it's different things, because you got the high ticket offer, the low ticket offer, and then you got a monthly membership of like $37.
Got it.
And then you also have we have different things and services that we sell within that platform.
Cool.
So we'll have group coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the group coaching is, you know, that's our high ticket right now. And if they got in as soon as we launch, we let them come in at $3,500. Okay. But that's going to be very short. That's just for the group coaching. I think the second week of February.
Okay. Yeah. So what do y'all already got, like the funnel and the website and everything? What's the page for that?
No, we haven't even launched.
It's not even live yet.
Yeah, it's not live yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So but our CRM system we do have in place. So today we can gift them if they text. They can get the free ebook.
Got it. So and what's the name of the ebook?
It's called The Secrets of a Bulletproof Entrepreneur.
Secrets of a Bulletproof. So they opt in for that. And then they read the ebook. And then what happens after they opt in and get to read the ebook?
So after they opt in and read the, well, first of all, I think the system go more like, okay, we give the gift, you know, which is free, which is a free training. Go ahead and offer the ebook within the free training, you know, as an offer. And then, once they get the ebook, now the ebook explains certain things and they give them, you know, enough information to even get started if they want to, but most people need way more. And so now they connect with us, and now you can, you know, start the coaching program. You can start the membership.
The ebook got a lot of gems in it though. Like if you a self-starter.
So in the ebook though, the ebook is free, right?
The ebook is
free, right?
Yeah.
No. The ebook, the free training is free. The training is free.
In the ebook, you pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first part of the funnel. So you said I can text it.
Yeah.
All right. So how do I get it? Because I want to check out the process. Tell me.
937.
Okay. 937.
936.
937. 936.
2337.
Okay.
And you can text the word bullet.
Bullet.
And I think, I don't know, maybe 2 to 5 minutes to text you something back saying, thank you for opting in or something. It should do like an automatic message.
Okay. Do you got the ebook on your phone?
I do.
Can you airdrop it to me?
Listen, Mark.
Just pull it up. I'll walk you through it.
I got you.
Who handles your check?
I have a VA, but what I've learned from having a VA is not what I'm going through right now is writing down 25 things that I want to take off of me because I don't properly use the VA.
It makes sense.
And, you know, now it's kind of been a spoiled moment because I didn't properly use them.
Who set this one up, this text?
Me and the VA.
Okay. So one thing I would suggest is I would definitely have them, like, when they text it, like, have it, like, immediately.
That's what I was thinking.
Go.
Yeah.
Like, you want to have them, like, immediately deliver. Because you know how people, like, if it hit 2 to 5 minutes, they don't went on this. I know they don't think about it no more, right? And then they text, bury it. But, like, I would definitely have it set up where it's at least immediate reply.
As soon as they do it, ding.
Right then. Like, hey, here's congratulations. You got the Bulletproof Entrepreneur. Go check. Here's the link to the video. I also emailed it to you, type of thing. But you can send it to me that I can take a peek.
You ain't gonna be able to send it because it ain't done. The last part.
But now I got the link to the first one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now where am I airdrop? Okay, airdrop it.
Boom. There we go.
But that ain't the actual ebook. That's what you about to show on the show, right?
Well, yeah, I got it on here. This ain't the ebook.
It's the ebook. It's just not the part where he made it really graphic-y that the VA got the hook into the funnel.
But we can sit.
But that's yeah.
But are we at? Sorry, cool. So we got the introduction here. Register the business. So you're walking them through the whole process. So that's the content. And down here, these just links to like tools.
Yeah, to everything. Like if they like, I don't know how to find that link.
Here's a link to it.
If it's on the ebook, yeah, they
And
can
this
just.
ebook right here free.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, and then at the very when do y'all invite them to work with y'all?
Oh. Well, it's on there saying if you need our help, but it might not be very clear as day.
Got it. So all right, so right here on the let me see. On the one y'all launching, right here where it says book a coaching session with our team for tailored strategies, is that gonna be clickable?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let me see if we got that. So all right, so boom. Okay, so I see the call to actions throughout there. I guess the biggest thing is like the links ain't finalized.
Yeah, I finalized them on a new one. That's why I said show the new one so you can see exactly what it is.
But the new one won't show up. It's for the funnel and it's in Canva. So I guess he just wanted to strategize over it.
So we can't pull it up?
You can pull it up, but it's in Canva. So I don't know.
You should be able to airdrop it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that was beautiful.
Yeah, if you can pull that one up, that'd be great.
Not even just the looks of it. I want you to see where it's clickable. You can do this.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see like the whole.
So how do I do that?
So let me see. So if we go, boom, let's see if this works. Boom, let's go to share link.
And we'll be launching our free masterclass on the 10th of February.
Okay.
So.
And that's going to sell them on the free masterclass. What y'all selling them to?
Basically, we're going to introduce and break down what it is that we do for them. Do you have any other suggestions? And then they can join our membership or our group coaching.
So, yep. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Boom.
Was you able to do it?
Yeah, I think I got it. Let me see. Thank you, Sharon. Probably take a minute.
Yeah, that's why I went in and did it because I was like, oh, this stuff got to be clickable. Let me create the buttons. Let me make it where people is user friendly.
Yeah. They're
not confused.
Okay, it's probably hold on, wait, let me try one more time. I guess it declined.
There you go.
There we go.
Now you can make it bigger and all that.
Yep. All right, cool. And it's y'all, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Boom. All right, let's get it. So, secrets of Bulletproof Entrepreneur into the building a strong business foundation. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. And then the action step they're gonna take, get a virtual business address, got to click here. So the first step, y'all want them to do, so as part of y'all program, y'all do this all for them, or y'all just teach them how to do it?
Well, the thing is, if we do it for you, it's going to be a cost associated.
Right.
That's but we're just going to group coach and they do homework and we talk them through it and tell them.
Yeah.
Cool.
And how much is that?
That's $35.
That's the 35. Okay, good. But now look for additional funding, schedule a call with our team. All right, good. And then they click on that button and go apply. Cool.
Yeah, I still got to finish the last parts of it.
Okay, cool.
But that's why I was showing you switching it to that where it's clickable. People can do that.
Mm-hmm. So just based on this, now I'm going to go back to the question you asked about the masterclass too.
Yeah.
Based on this, I would, so up here where y'all talk about y'all, I would just weave in the opportunity up here as well, because if y'all know how people are, it's like, most people ain't going to like
read
that much, right? So most people going to read this first page and they're going to be like, they're going to get busy. So I would also put some up here like, hey, in this book, we're going to give you all the sauce. We're going to share with you X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. But if you like some people and you want to go faster, if you like us, we like to invest in ourselves. So if you want the shortcut, just click right here to schedule a call and then let's talk.
Okay, yeah.
But for those who got more time than money, just go ahead and
click now.
Go ahead and read the book if you just got more time than money. But if you're like, hey, I got more money than time, click the link, schedule a call so we can help you shortcut this whole situation.
Okay.
And then as they reading, of course, you got a lot of call to actions already in there built in though, so that's solid. The only thing with here, I would add some up here sooner, like in the introduction.
Yeah, like as soon as you do it, boom, boom. For those who like to move a little bit faster, you can do this, click here.
Yep, exactly. So it's kind of like for those who want the fast track, we put this together for you.
Yeah.
Go schedule a call. Hey, what's up? Real quick, if you're watching this episode, which you clearly are, and you're like, okay, this is amazing. If you're a business owner right now watching this and you're making $30K to $100K per month at least, or you're making $1 million or $5 million and you're looking to get to 10, 15, 20 million and beyond, and you're like, how do I strategically scale my business without burning out and without sacrificing the thing that matters, all the things that matters, I actually put together a special bonus gift for podcast listeners only. So if you go to strategicscalegift.com, that's strategicscalegift.com. We're going to hook you up with some tools, some strategies, some systems that you can apply into your business immediately to help you strategically scale your business without burning out so you can impact more people and scale to the $1 million business, to the $1 million mark and beyond. Go get that right now, strategicscalegift.com, and let's get back to the show. So both of y'all already spoke to it, like a big key to y'all success has been mentorship.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, yeah, we done went from the projects to $1 million businesses. A big part of our success has been through mentorship. Right? So we want to offer that to other business owners because that's the fastest way to become bulletproof.
Right.
Click here to schedule a call.
Okay, good.
Right. So I'll weave that up there just early in the call, early in the book. And then I think a lot of this, like you said, it's still in progress, but I think you nailed it with y'all got a lot of links in here. I'm assuming where y'all got like GoDaddy and I saw ClickFunnels and I saw some other stuff. Those are all affiliate links, right?
I took her ebook and just revamped it for,
It's not affiliates because I haven't signed up with.
I would get affiliate links.
Oh, okay. Ask them how to become an affiliate with those people.
So everything that will give you an affiliate link
need to be paid.
I would add it in here.
Yeah.
So now when people click on those links and then go buy it, they go sign up for a funnel software or they go sign up for something. It's like you can get a commission. And you, of course, y'all got tens of thousands of people downloading this thing. The commissions like add up real quick, 100%. And then some of the memberships, they'll like pay you every month that the person stay on it.
Yeah, like the one we already got with my score, it's already big.
Yeah.
So all that can add up. And then you were saying y'all got the masterclass coming up.
February 10th.
February 20th. And that's going to be, y'all got the page built out for that already?
No, it's in actually the making. I think, let me see if I can.
Okay.
There's some things that we wanted to change.
So, just knowing me, I'm all about aesthetics. Like the stuff people give me, I'll tell them in a minute no.
Right.
Because my name is on it and the brand it has to speak for itself.
Yeah. No, it look good. I mean, you can tell, like, even when we looked at the first cover and then like,
I'm always going to,
what you did with the second
people
one.
send me something, I said, that's not going to work.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, are you building a brand or it's a hobby for you?
Yeah. That's the fact.
And that's another thing that will be a part of this thing is how to brand yourself. What's a brandable name and not Aunt Sally's or, different stuff like that. And he taught me that. So that's how he said earlier, like, I'm calling him in for his expertise for that. Cause I'm a go, but I don't care about I don't even know how to look for it.
I mean, I like
now
how she
I
already prepared the stuff. And then I said, just send it to me. I'm going to take what you did and enhance it to the next level.
Very cool.
So that's for the webinar build out.
So we didn't design that, but I'm going to go in and redesign that part too.
Okay, cool. That's our webinar. Let me see what I want to look at how it look on the what's name
on the screen.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Brain masterclass. Cover the secrets to secure 50+ in funding in 60 days and build a 60 business. Learn how to about mission. And then when they register for this class, they're going to show up, you're going to do the training, and then what's the offer on this? Because I know y'all say you got a couple different levels. Is it going to be to go apply for the 3,500 or is it going to be to join the membership? What y'all selling from this?
I think it should be going to the high ticket.
Okay. So y'all send them to a call, and y'all got a sales team who's handling the cost?
Nah, not yet.
Okay. So y'all just going to sell them straight to the 3,500?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then what all do they get for the 3,500?
So selling it for the 3,500, we know number one, everybody's not going to do the 3,500. Number two is we got to have something to get to small people. So the people who can't, take that, hey, you need to just go ahead and join our community.
Yeah.
Community, $37 a month.
$37 a month.
And then you're going to get one coaching call every week
Okay.
Everybody get on there and, you get to, do X, Y, and Z. So we want to make sure that we're covering all bases, with that low ticket offer and then the high ticket offer. So if it's 100 people and 10 people ready to go 35, we separate them from that call and just end it at that point.
Got it. And y'all already wrote the webinar and everything already?
That's the other team is working on the webinar right now.
So it's in the making.
Okay.
But it'll be group coaching too, because what I figured out with the one-on-one is more time. So, and he want to charge $30,000 and he's real worth it. But to help more people, if we just do group coaching and then they can ask each other questions and we can all be in there and rock out, we just decided to do the group coaching and it'd be more affordable, for us to do it.
Yeah. And another thing too, we want to make it accessible so the people who credit can't get them to the financing, we want to send them off into the credit program, get that fixed, and then bring you back, and then go ahead and get the financing so you can't afford to do it.
That makes sense. And then how y'all marketing? Are y'all running ads? So like what?
We're gonna be running ads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't lost no ads just yet, though, right?
Nah.
Okay. Cool. And I know you said the page still under construction.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now let me see something. I want to look at how I look on the phone.
And of course, I'm gonna transfer all the aesthetics to this.
Yeah.
And
then how y'all gonna do this webinar? How frequently?
Well, we want to record it and then go into
Have it be automated.
Yeah.
Got it. So if that's the case,
What you think?
So I like that. I would just do it a few times to get it to convert.
Yeah, I was thinking about 4 to 6 times.
Yep. And then I would get that final record and I would I would add that as one of the links.
Okay.
Here in the ebook too. So
Yeah.
now when people are registering for downloading the ebook,
They click in.
they can register. They can go register for this training.
Absolutely.
Because some people visuals like, hey, if you visual and you want to go see us teach this, go register for our free masterclass where we show you that whole process. So I think you.
I like that. That's good.
You can do that too. So yep, and I'm assuming y'all doing a page as well where people can download this. I know right now you said it's tech set up.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a page they can go to also to download this. Like how are people gonna be able to get to this?
So I want to make sure that that's clickable too, that they can go to a page, buy the download, pay for it. I mean, however we decide to do it, because we want to do 4 of them. So we did volume 1.
Okay, this is volume 1. And this is a paid book.
Yeah.
Cool. So somebody finding out. So how do they get here? Where do they go to get to the book?
It'll be a clickable link. So when they go to the webinar, wherever they go, they can always go ahead and get the book.
Okay, got it. So they go to the web. So if they find out for y'all for the first time, they see in the webinar first.
Right.
Then they go register for the webinar, watch the webinar, and then they're going to either buy the 3,500 or the membership.
I think so what do you think? Y'all tell me. When they register for the webinar, they should be able to buy the book immediately. Before you get to the free training, hey, go check out our ebook.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And then once they got that ebook, most of them gonna look through it or whatever. The call to action is there. Some people gonna go first. Now, once they get to the free training, and we offer the low ticket for the people who can't afford, we offer the credit to the people who ain't got the financing, and we get the 10% of the people who join to go ahead and do the 3,500. Now, that won't be the lowest ticket offer, because once we get that 10%, now we want the people who really want to go full throttle and do some one-on-one coaching with us and able to pay the big ticket.
For sure. So with that said, 'cause I agree with everything you just said.
Okay, cool.
So one thing I would do is when they come from, let's call it an ad or whatever, and they go to your webinar, this the webinar page.
Right.
And when they opt in on that. So what I would do is on this page, give them the opportunity to buy the book.
There you go. Boom.
To prepare for the webinar. And then those who buy the book and those who don't buy the book, what I would do is I would feed all these leads to whoever on your sales team, and I would have them calling all these leads.
Okay.
To prioritize the people who already bought a book.
Yeah.
And then call all the other ones. And then when they call them, it's a real customer service frame. Like, hey, this me from T.Anthony and Myla's team. Wanted to check in, make sure y'all got the link. I see that y'all registered. Congratulations. I want to see if you got 2 or 3 minutes to have a conversation so we can make sure you're prepared for the event.
Right.
And then from there, I would have them cherry picking who those best ones are.
Yeah.
Because some of them, to your point, are probably already ready to have a conversation about the main thing. Because typically with these webinars, you're going to get anywhere from 10 to 30% to actually show up.
Yeah.
So some of those who weren't going to show up, you'll end up having a conversation with them when they register. Because most people ain't calling these registrants. So by y'all calling these registrants, that's going to make y'all stand out from other people who say they doing something similar.
Okay.
So now they're like, dang, somebody actually called me.
Yeah.
And now based on this call, you're like, hey, do you want to wait to get to the webinar, or do you want to have a conversation about how we can actually go ahead and start getting you on track for that 50,000 in funding?
Boom.
And then from there, they're like, well, I'm interested now. They're like, all right, cool. Let me get you scheduled with such and such to talk about how, we can do that. So now it's already a touch, because what's going to happen is some of them are going to get the offer before the webinar happen. They may not pay, but they'll still show up for the webinar, watch the webinar again, and they'll be like, you know what? I do want to
go ahead and do it.
I do want to go ahead and do it. So I would add that piece in there, and I would just prioritize the people who bought the book already, and then those who didn't, and then I like calling every lead. So now if y'all got 500 people registered, y'all got a team of people who like calling all these leads, because they're going to touch a certain amount of them. Some of them ain't going to contact. And then again, now you got a pipeline. And then after the event, everybody who was on that didn't buy nothing, now they all following up with those people. So now, because you're going to be able to see, here's the list of people who showed up, but they didn't buy. These are people who showed up, saw the offer, but didn't buy. These are people who showed up, but they didn't see the offer. And then you're going to have a list of people who didn't show up at all. Yeah. So now your team can prioritize people who showed up, saw the offer, but they didn't buy. So now we can see what happened. And then those who showed up, but didn't see the offer, now we can communicate them a certain type of way. And then we got those who registered but didn't show up at all. Now we can communicate to them a type of way.
Boom.
And then you got the people who buy the membership.
Go to the community.
Let's call them and check and do an onboarding. Because I got a buddy of mine who did a membership similar. And I was like, hey, bro, when they take your membership, what happens after that? And it was like, well, nothing right now. I was like, when they buy the membership, let's get them an onboarding call. So now with their onboarding call, now we can invite them into, like, hey, you can go to the membership. The membership going to be fantastic regardless.
Yeah.
However, if you want to go faster, we got this other thing. I can tell you about that if you want.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah.
So now we can talk to them and like see if they're ready for the main thing. If not, they can just continue to stay in the membership.
All that sound like a sales team.
100%. That's exactly what it is. 100%. But it's a sales team, but it's a real like customer service type frame where it's like, it's a real customer service, like, hey, we here to serve you type, making sure you're good. By the way, so it ain't like a hard, sometimes people, they'll have like these boiler room type salespeople where they just hammer them trying to sell the next thing and they'll kill their initial deal. You want nurturers, 100%. 100%. So that's how I would set that up with y'all webinar funnel. And then on the back end of it as well, continue to do that because y'all got so many assets that y'all can continue to like funnel in there.
Yeah, that's all that. Hey, it even made it clearer in my mind. Yeah. Because my mind will go in. I'm a creative. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, this is too much information overload. Like I these what's the tracking system? Mm-hmm. So now it makes sense.
100%. 100%. Yeah. So what questions y'all got on this?
So I guess the order in which we need to do that. So we got the ad. The ad is going to pull them in. Yep. The ad is going to send them to the webinar. Mm-hmm. The webinar is going to offer the ebook immediately. Yep. They're going to get on the webinar for the people who still want to go to the webinar. We're going to start separating the people. Yep. We got 3 channels that we separate them in. We go from the people who are ready now. We take them. The people who just want to go through the community, we take them. And the people who need the finance and the stuff, they go that way.
100%.
Okay, I got 100%.
It. Because like to your point, it might be some people, when your people call them people after the event, they're like, hey, we're just curious. I saw you didn't buy the offer. And they're like, well, I just didn't really have access to the money. And I like, well, hey, we actually got a funding program where we can help you get the money. Yeah. And I like, oh, I didn't know that. So now that's a whole nother opportunity. And when I got clients who got webinar funnels, the people don't buy live, but when they team follow up with them afterwards, they end up buying. So they might get another 5% of sales just from follow up with people who was on the webinar but didn't sign up just because they had that other touch piece.
So let me ask you this. So what is, and just from your advice, what is a good lead magnet that make people even want to opt in?
So I think y'all webinar is a solid lead magnet. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. So you can do it. So you can do, and another cool thing y'all can do is like once you do the webinar the first time, you can actually just get the recording of the webinar transcribed and have y'all team turn that into like an ebook. And you can just get that away for free. Yeah. So you can get that away for free. And then once they opt in for the free version, you're like, hey, we actually doing a live training to dive deeper into this. Schedule here, when you register here. But essentially it's the same content, but some people just they better reading it. They would rather read it. Mm-hmm. Some people gonna show up. So I think that angle y'all got. Yeah. Because people want funding. If you're like, y'all selling money. Yeah. I mean, people want that. You know what I'm saying? So I think the webinar can be a great lead magnet, especially when y'all got the back end. It sounds like I got the back end and everything tight. Yeah. And just dialing it in and tweaking it as y'all going into it. Yeah, 100%.
And make sure those channels are flowing, like everything going.
100%.
Because our whole thing is we don't leave no entrepreneurs behind.
Exactly. 100%. Cool. What other questions y'all got on that?
So now I'm thinking about, okay, with that being said, even though naturally we do want the bigger ticket for the people to go in $30,000 for the one-on-one, we know a lot of people ain't going to do that. Me personally, I don't even want to take more than 10 people out of that whole pot. And now how do we start an affiliate program for people who want to recommend, and how can we get those people paid?
So a couple different ways. So one thing you can do is like when they come on as clients, part of that, and I think that could be even part of the offer. Like, hey, how many of y'all know people who need to get funding to grow their business? Everybody be like, me. All right, cool. When y'all sign up when y'all sign up, become a client, you can become a part of our affiliate, or you can call it something like not apprenticeship, but our our ambassador program for free. And then for every person you refer to us, we're going to give you $1,000 or we're going to give you $500 or whatever the case may be. So when y'all come in, and we're going to show y'all how to promote it to y'all people. You promote it to your people, we're going to do the selling, and then we send you money, and y'all get 3 or 4 people to sign up. It covers your program or whatever. And you can do that on the membership side and the 500 side.
Yeah.
So you can easily set that up with like some tools like I can get y'all some. I'm gonna give y'all my number too. So
okay, cool.
I can get y'all some tools or whatever to set up like an affiliate program. Yeah. To streamline the whole process. So now your VA can just pay out the commissions once a month or whatever.
Yeah, that's.
But I can get y'all some meetings or whatever. Get that set up.
Because I think we got like 2 meetings with financing teams because we know people don't always want to just pay $10,000 out their bank account. They may just want to finance it. So even the people who might got the credit but don't, they can finance the program. So we kind of want to do that. And then I'm going to circle back around to make sure, because I keep thinking, and I just want to know your opinion. What do you think based off of group coaching versus one-on-one coaching?
I think they both serve a purpose, and they both got value. So I think, I think even at that 30,000, I think it could be a mixture of group and one-on-one, right? Yeah. So the 3,500 definitely group, and in the 30,000 it can be a mixture of group and one-on-one. So I think they both, just as long as they structure right, they both add value for sure.
And even with the one-on-one coaching, it's in depth where we making sure, okay, you actually went. So you might already come in with your LLC or your S Corp or whatever. You may already have that stuff. But do you know the 7 accounts that you should have as an entrepreneur? Yep. We're not just setting you up to go get a bank account. We want to make sure that you got your healthcare account. We want to make sure that you got your brokerage account. We want to make sure that, if you're interested in any type of, digital stuff, you got those accounts. Yep. We want to make sure that your whole business is bulletproof. Yep. So that you're not losing money. Even when you are losing money, you still got money coming. 100%. And your money's sitting in some of those accounts and it's growing. Yep. Even at the smallest level, we don't need $10,000 for you. Go put $100 in your brokerage account. Go do X, Y, and Z. Give you the basics. Yep.
100%. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. And one of the first teachable moments in there is going to be about just shifting out of mindset and the limitations sometimes that people put on themselves. Like some people only see themselves making $1,000, or whatever, and just breaking that chain and that limited belief. Or through that, like I had to work through that a lot. So I want to be able to teach people, like, that's your mind telling you, like earlier he was telling me, like, I don't mind asking for the money. And I was trying to figure out, like, what used to be my problem? Well, sometimes it would be just the social proof. Even though I know I'm worth way more than that, and I got so many experiences, like I'm not a teacher by getting up teaching economics, and I never, I went through it. So I believe those are the better teachers than a teacher that's teaching you about money that don't even have any money.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact. 100%. 100%.
And so I also think, what do y'all think about setting up a reward program, the people to graduate in stages? Because I think every small win should be rewarded.
For sure. So I think
that's slick.
Nah, for sure. I agree.
That's slick.
I agree. And people enjoy rewards and stuff like that. So I think y'all can even gamify it throughout the whole process. So like when they on board, when they do this happens. When they do this happens. So
make it way more, interesting. Like, man, okay, I did this. I got this many points. I passed this level. Now I'm at this level right here.
I mean, from network marketing. What's the quote they say in network marketing? people do more for recognition
than anything else.
Yeah.
Titles.
What was the thing? It's a quote it's going to come to me later. But people die for recognition and something else, right? But it's essentially the gist of it is people do more for recognition than actual money.
Yeah.
So I think you doing that, I mean, I think could be very powerful.
And it's people out there that just want the rewards.
100%.
Oh, now I'm at diamond level.
Yep.
Now I have access to them a different way than you got access to them.
Exactly.
Because I went through this and did this and this. Mm-hmm. And now they friends and say, well, what you doing, man? You got to get in it because they graduate you all the way to your wins.
Yep. And then you just incentivize the whole process.
Yeah.
100%. Mm-hmm. I think
and then when we, finally do it, what do you think about this? At the end of our first year, I think that next year we should have some type of live event.
Yep. I think that'd be dope.
And bring all those people those rewards and reward them at the live event.
Network marketing at its finest.
So the new
the
people.
convention.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be so much more incentivized and the people won't think they're doing it by themselves.
Yeah. So what I want to do for the action step, I know we got to wrap up. So with the action step, because I know you said you adding the aesthetics on the page, right?
Yeah. So
once you get that added, I guess I'm going to give you my number. Once you get that added,
send it to you.
Send it to me.
Okay.
And then the other components, and I'll go through and take a look and give you any other final feedback once the final page done.
Okay.
And because I can look at the copy and see like what other opportunities it is, and be like, okay, let's adjust this. I would adjust this. I would adjust this. I would adjust this.
Okay.
Before I actually, spend some money on ads. And then if you send the ads over that y'all thinking, I can take a look at that and give y'all some feedback on that too.
Okay, cool.
And then from there, wrap it up and get some data, and then. Like I said, you have my number, and then we can see like what other opportunities.
Yeah.
And of course we work with a lot of business owners as well, so it might be like a pipeline thing where it's like, hey, I got some people who need some funding. Y'all take care of them or whatever.
Absolutely. We really connected in that, So ultimately we wanna help everybody, but we wanna pay special attention to our community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And not throw up on them and not tell them, you're not worth it. You can't do this. We want to say, hey, these are the options. Here's the exposure.
Yep.
And these are the action steps.
That's it. I love it.
You already know.
100%. I love it. So yeah, let's get that. That's the initial action step. Get that funnel done, and then send it to me. I'll take a look, go through it. And then we go from there.
Let's do it.
Sound good?
Sound good.
Perfect. So at the Strategic Scale Institute, it's designed specifically for business owners who are making $250,000 a year up to $1 million or more. We even have clients that are doing $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year who are looking to strategically scale their business without burnout, so they can actually work less hours and actually experience more profit and impact more people in a strategic, systemized way. If you want to know how we can actually work together, go to scalemadeeasy.com. Go to scalemadeeasy.com. Got a ton of free resources on that page. And you will see somewhere where you can actually click and schedule a strategic scale session so we can jump on the phone and talk about how we can potentially work together. So go to scalemadeeasy.com, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you soon. Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, you want to do two things. Number one, click below this video and go ahead and subscribe so you'll be the first person to know when we release new episodes. And number two, you want to click right here so you can check out the next episode. I know you're going to love that one as well. So go ahead and subscribe right now and then click right here to check out this next episode.